What's up? What's up? What's up?
Yo, yo, yo!
What's up, you guys? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in the room. My name is Ashley Denmark.
My name is Antonio Denmark.
We are your hosts. We are your coaches. We are on a mission to help more people get into the game when it comes to real estate, get off the sideline and start learning how to do it. Our mission is to help you decode the myths, decode the mysteries, decode everything that you have heard, and teach you the things that are working, teach you the things that you can benefit from so that you are winning in this real estate market. All right. Um, for today, we're going to talk about a topic that's near and dear to my heart. We're going to talk through a student. Antonio wants to interrupt. I saw that smirk. We're going to talk about a student, a client that we help structure this deal. So I'm really excited. For those of you who stay to the end, we're going to give you our deal execution checklist so that way you can check some things off to make sure that you are following the steps, make sure you're not missing anything as you are executing that first deal. All right.
Now, what you giving away?
The deal execution checklist. All right.
When you made that?
For those of you, yesterday. For those of you who are watching live, make sure you put hashtag live in the chat so that way we know you're watching live. And for those of you who are watching this on a replay, put replay in the chat so that way we know. But I want you to interact too, because you're going to get the most out of it when you interact, when you ask questions, even though you're watching it on a replay. All right. So let's jump on in. Tanya, how you feeling today? Have I worked your nerves enough today?
Past that.
Okay. All right. You ready to jump in?
But waiting on you to finish all that talking.
Okay. All right. Let's do it. Let's give them a brief history of us. You ready?
Let's go.
You can start.
I graduated from Miles College in 2008. Originally, I'm from Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Absolutely. I'm from Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Florida as well. I graduated from the Florida A&M University on the highest of 7 hills.
We didn't ask for all that.
Oh, okay. In 2009, we purchased our first 2 investment properties. By 2015, we had accumulated 12 cash flow properties. In my mind, that was like the mecca for us in my mind, because I thought 10 was going to be that number. So 12 was it. I was like, oh, we've accomplished something. In 2016, we sold our first flip. We also both went full-time as real estate investors in 2016.
When you say full-time, what do you mean full-time, Ashley?
So before 2016, we were both working jobs and we were doing real estate as a side hustle. Like real estate was something we did on weekends. It was something we did after work. It was something we did while we were living in our house. We would fix it up to get ready to move out and rent it to someone. So yeah, it was a side hustle. We did it in between our day-to-day work. But in 2016 is when we both went full-time. I got laid off from Regis Bank in 2016. Antonio stopped coaching football, and yes, you were teaching in 2016, and real estate became it.
So in 17 is what we talk about now a lot. It's a dynamic funding method. That's when that came about. And in 17, we bought 10 properties that year alone.
Yeah. Now, remind you, it took us forever, it feels like, to buy the first 12 that I thought was the mecca. But in 2017 is when we realized, oh, we can turn it up a notch. In 2018, we became multimillionaires. In 2020, we experienced some major, major losses. I still shiver thinking about it. And in 2021 is when we started Xflipper Academy, which is a real estate coaching business that is designed to help newbies just like you guys right now learn how to invest and stop sitting and watching on the sidelines.
In 21, we also started running a local meetup that we did every month for people to come out and network. One of our pillars to success is network.
Absolutely. In 2022, we hosted our first real estate conference. that we still do. And in 2023, we helped our first 100 people get started investing in real estate.
And in 24, we did our 200th real estate deal.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things I will say. Like, yes, we are coaches, but we're still doing our own real estate deals.
Absolutely. So enough about us. We wanted to just kind of give you a little history, let you know who we are and how we got here. What did this journey look like for the Denmarks? All right. Most of the time, you have some challenges, you have obstacles that are holding you back from really getting started in investing in real estate. Some people tell us they don't have down payment. I don't have enough money when it comes to a down payment. Like I can't do it if I don't have enough money.
Also, people feel like because they're not perfect in a financial situation or a job situation that they can't get banks to say yes to them for a loan. So like a lot of times, hey, I just started my job or my DTI is too high. What's another good one that people think?
I don't have enough history. I don't have enough credit. I don't
Yeah,
have
like
a bunch of challenges that we kind of work through in our head, and we just assume that the banks are gonna say no.
another big obstacle is people don't know how to structure deals.
Right.
So there's a bunch of different ways to do real estate, and a lot of times you get caught up on YouTube listening to the different strategies, and it'd be more confusing than actual help.
Yeah, it's definitely more confusing. And then people think that they have to have perfect credit. Like, oh my goodness, I don't have an 800 credit score, so I can't do it. I have a 640, I have a 650. So I'm sure they're going to deny me. They're not going to let me invest in real estate. But listen, you don't have to have perfect credit to invest in real estate. All right. You don't have to have perfect credit to get off the sideline into the game. You just literally, you got to do it. All right. Some of the things that we're going to talk about today is by the end of today, you should learn how to find a deal. You should also learn the tips and tricks for rehabbing. And you should also learn the power of refinancing. All right. Y'all good with that? Tell me good in the chats. Are y'all good with what we're going to learn today? Tell me good in the chats. Ooh, absolutely. I see y'all. Let's go. All right. So the deal that we're going to talk about, it's one of our mentees who has actually became a good close friend as well. And he literally found this deal using the Deal Finder playbook. When we talk about the Deal Finder playbook, we talk about the many ways that you can find deals without using any of your own money. All right. Without using money when it comes to marketing, without using money and driving, like driving for dollars. Like you can literally find deals without leaving the comforts of your own home.
So the three ways that we find deals are wholesalers. We love Facebook group with the wholesale Facebook groups. Real estate agents off the MLS, which is the multiple listing service. That's where agents list properties for sale. And the third way is in our network. We like to talk to everybody we see about what we're doing. We like to regularly make posts on our Facebook telling people what we're trying to do.
Yeah, we're looking to buy more houses. And when we do those things, and not just one in particular, but when we do a combination of all three of those things, that is where deals start to come to us, where we have more deals than we probably have money to renovate them. All right.
So he found this deal from a wholesaler. All right. So this is how he found this deal.
All right. So once he found this deal, we're gonna talk a little bit more about the numbers, but I just kind of want to walk them through this phase and what it looks like. He bought this deal and it was a 3-1.
Yes.
It was 3-1. And in order to make it work for the area, in order to make it comp out, he had to make it a 3-2. So he went through the renovation.
What does comp out mean?
In order for it to appraise, for him to either sell it at what he was projecting the after repair value to be, which is the ARV, or what he was going to refinance it as. All right. So he wanted to make sure that it was in line with the other houses that were selling with the area. All right. So with that, He turned this 3-1 into a 3-2. All right.
One of the things I say about the rehab process is we have a process called the rehab control method. And in that rehab control method, we like to say you have to become the A contractor. And what we mean by that is you have to be able to break down your scope of work. First of all, you got to be able to build the scope of work.
Big fact.
All right. Then you got to be able to break that scope of work down between labor and material.
Yeah. So for the people who are newbies and they've never done a scope of work and they don't know what a scope of work is, do you mind if I tell them real quick what a scope of work is?
Sure.
All right. So a scope of work is basically a list of everything that you are planning to do during the process of the renovation. So in this picture, he's gonna repaint the exterior of the house. All right. So we're gonna put painting exterior of the house on our scope of work as a line item. Maybe he's replacing the mailbox. You'll put replacing the mailbox. Maybe he's doing some landscaping on this. You're gonna add landscaping as a line item on your scope of work. For the kitchen, maybe he is gonna paint the cabinets or he's gonna tear out the cabinets. You're gonna put those things as a line item of things that are going to be done. Buying new appliances, replacing light fixtures, painting the interior. Those are all things that go on your scope of work. And that scope of work tells the lender what type of finishes you're going to have, what type of renovation this is going to be. Is it going to look like a rental renovation or is it going to look like a a flip renovation? All right. It tells them what area you're going to focus on, because that also tells them how much will this house be worth once the renovations are complete if they go as planned.
All right. So this is kind of some of the 4 pictures. I believe you got some after pictures coming up.
Right there.
So these are the after pictures. Same house, y'all. Not kidding, y'all. Same house.
Painted it, kept the kitchen cabinets. I don't know if you guys can see, added a little island to the kitchen cabinets, knocked down a wall so that it was an open floor plan, added new light fixtures, really new roof, exterior done, like really made it brighter, cleaner,
livable.
Definitely livable compared to its previous state.
We remodeled one bathroom and added the second bathroom.
Absolutely. And I guess you wouldn't call that, it was really a 2-1. Because that was like the den.
The den we made into a bedroom.
So turned the den into a master bed and bath. So it was really a 2-bedroom, 1 bath that was turned into a 3-bedroom, 2 bath. Yeah.
One tip that I want to give people when they're working with contractors is a triangle. Mm-hmm. All right. And in that triangle, you got 3 points. You have price, you have quality, and you have time. One of the things that I didn't understand when I first started remodeling properties was I was looking for all 3 of them in one person. Mm-hmm. You're not going to find all 3 of them in one person. All right. Let me give you some examples. You're not going to find the best quality person who does the job the fastest or is available to do the job for a cheap price.
Big fact.
That person who can do a good job and do it right away, you're going to pay for that. All right. So just expect that. And vice versa. Let's say that you want good quality, but you want a cheap price. That person going to take a long time to do their task, or it's going to take them a long time to get to your task. So one advice that I would give to people is if you find a contractor that has 2 of those 3, and it's up to you to decide which 2 of those 3 that you're willing to work with that contractor to get better on that 3rd. All right. Don't just fire them. Don't just get mad at them. Understand what's going on.
Oh, that was good stuff. All right. Let's talk about this deal. So the deal was purchased for $55,000 because he paid the wholesaler $5,000 for finding the deal. Mm-hmm. So the purchase price was $50,000. The wholesaler's fee was $5,000. He's paid a total of $55,000 for the purchase. How much was his rehab, Antonio?
His rehab was $40,000.
All right. So altogether, he ended up paying $95,000 for this loan.
So one thing I want to tell y'all when it comes to the loan is he got what we call a hard money loan. Mm-hmm. All right. And this hard money loan, the lender gave him the money to buy the house and they gave him the money to repair the house. All right.
Why would they do that?
Why would they do that? I don't know why they would do it, but I mean that's just
Why
that's what lenders do.
not?
That's how hard money work for the most part, and they understand that if they give you purchase and rehab, you're more likely to finish the project.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So when it comes, one thing that was unique about this lender is they require a down payment. All right. So yes, he put a big down payment down, but the unique thing about this lender was when he finished the rehab, they gave him his down payment back.
Sweet. That's
so
sweet.
Essentially, he got 100% funding on this project. His interest was 12%, and he paid 4 origination points on this loan.
All right. So purchase price 55, rehab 40, loan amount was 95. His monthly interest payments for the duration of having the deal was $7,820.
Yeah, I think the monthly payments was like $1,028, something of that nature. So it took a little longer on this project because the contractor that we was using, we kept having plumbing issues. Mm-hmm. So we kept having to fix plumbing issues. We had a nice, I don't know if you had the picture in there, but in the bathroom, we ordered it from Amazon. We had a nice shower fixture. And the way the shower fixture, it was a modern shower fixture, and they could not install that shower fixture the right way. So they kept leaking. We kept going in the wall. We kept having issues. So it took a little longer than normal to actually finish the project 100%.
Absolutely. So all-in amount was $102,820. I put this estimated ARV because I think it's really important. When this house was being purchased, the appraiser came out and said, all right, if you do everything that's on your scope of work, all right, you do everything on this scope of work, I feel like your after repair value is going to be anywhere between $145,000. All right. So the lender lended on it with an estimated ARV of $145,000. All right. Do y'all think it stayed at $145,000, or y'all think it increased over $145,000 at the end of the rehab? Type in the chat.
I think the rehab took like 6-7 months in that range.
It did. It was 6.5 months.
Type in the chat. The one thing I want to say about this property is this is not a property that's in a high-end part of Birmingham. It's not in the lowest part of Birmingham,
right?
But it's in an area to where most people would probably stay out of. But people are buying houses in this area.
Absolutely.
There are first-time home buyers in this area.
And apparently there are quite a few in this area. This is a really good area because it's a lot of movement going on. All right. So this is the purchase breakdown. Let's talk about the refinance breakdown.
What is the refinance?
All right. So a refinance is when you are paying off your old lender. So you're paying off that fix and flip lender, and you are getting long-term financing.
So the thing about a fix and flip loan from a hard money lender is it's usually a short-term loan, 6 months to a year. Mm-hmm. It's not a loan that you're going to have for a long time.
No. It's not meant to be forever. It's very, very, Brandon said he feels like an increase. We're going to find out. It's very, very, very short term from a fix and flip standpoint. So he refinanced it into a 30-year loan. All right. Yes, Hard Money does do 30 years. Hard Money does 30 years. They do bridge loans where you just maybe need it for 2 years. Like
they do new construction loans, multifamily loans, whatever, commercial loans.
They have everything you need as an investor. All right. So the new loan amount for the refinance was $135,000. And that was because during the refinance, when the appraiser came out, instead of it appraising for $145,000, it actually appraised for $180,000. All right. The renovations that was done following the rehab control method literally increased the value from what it was projected to be far over what the the first appraiser thought it was going to be.
And we estimated that it would be a higher number, but that front end appraiser did not believe it.
Right.
So it's not that we were surprised by this number. We wasn't surprised because the comps in the comparables in the area told us this is probably 170-ish. So we weren't surprised with this appraisal when it came in.
But very happy with it. Let me say that. So the total amount that the client got back was $28,380 from the cash out refinance. One thing I didn't say is there's two types of refinance. There's a cash out refinance and there's a rate and term. Cash out refinance means you get money back because you have exceeded when it comes to the equity that's in your house. Or
I don't know if that was the
that was probably wrong. Come on, help me with that. I just butchered that up. Help me with that.
Cash out refinance is when you get your new loan and there's a difference between your current loan and your new loan.
That's what I said.
That's not what you said.
Oh, that's not what I said. I was programmed to say that. I said. OMG. All right. So in this, he did a cash out refinance. What were his finance fees, Antonio?
His finance fees was only the monthly payments. So the monthly payments was $7,800. So when he got his cash back from the refinance, if you minus his $7,800 that he paid for monthly payments, then his net profit was $20,000. And I'm not talking gross profit.
$60. Yes.
It was he made $20,000 just by buying the property right, rehabbing it, and refinancing.
And let me say this: most people right now in this market, they're probably not walking away with $20,000 when they flip. They may show you some big checks, but they're probably not walking away with $20,000 from a flip. This is $20,000, still keeping the property. But the best part for me is I don't have to pay money on cash out refinances. Like,
you don't got to pay taxes.
Yeah, it's not taxable. So in my mind, that's good for me because I don't have to pay taxes on it. So he literally made $20,000 without paying taxes on it. And then he got a lease option tenant buyer that paid him $5,000 as an option fee to be able to buy this at a later date.
And we're going to go too deep into the tenant option part of it, but just understand that we have something we call the ex-flipper method. And when we rent properties, we don't rent properties to regular way. We do everything on a lease with an option to buy. And because we're giving them the option to buy, they give us what we call a non-refundable option fee. Mm-hmm. In this case, it was $5,000. And they're going to rent this property until we get them ready to buy the property. Mm-hmm. This particular plan was for a year. So this person plans on buying this property in a year or less. All right. And they're going to give us cash flow every month while we have the property.
So as of right now, instead of selling this property and making maybe, not just going to say maybe he would have sold it and made $20,000 or $25,000 and no longer have it, he literally refinanced on it, made $20,000 on the refinance, made $5,000 again with the non-refundable option fee. He's at a total of $25,560. But guess what, y'all? That's not the last thing. All right, he's still making money on this. This is the
option fee.
This is the option fee. This is a copy of the option fee that was brought in by the tenant buyer to secure this. All right. This is the copy of the refinance showing the $28,380.30 that the client got from refinancing it and what their terms were. All right. But this is the part that gets me so excited. The tenant buyer, so remember, it appraised for 100 and what? Y'all remember?
180.
180, all right? The tenant buyer is going to buy it for, you remember, Tonya?
190?
For 190. For 190. Yeah. So the first profit center, all right? The first profit center in this deal was the refinance and the option fee, all right? Where the client made $25,560. The next profit center is this cash flow. So they're making $1,600, almost $1,696, all right, is what they're going to be making from a monthly cash flow. This is pretty low from a monthly cash flow, let me say this, but I'm okay with it because I already got this much, all right? The profit center, when they sell, he's gonna make $55,000 just from the sale. If we add up all three profit centers, profit center 1 of $25,560, profit center 2 of $1,696, profit center 3 of $55,000, he's gonna make a total profit of $82,256 just by holding this property a little longer. And the cool thing is he's gonna pay less in taxes because it's not a flip. So he gets to keep more of this money and rinse and do it over and over and over and over again.
There's something that we don't get taught about money. There's two phases to money. Phase one is learning how to make money. Mm-hmm. That's where you hustling. That's where you making the money. Mm-hmm. But phase two of money is how to keep your money and not pay taxes.
Right. Not pay
as much taxes. Yes, we're gonna pay our taxes, but there are strategies to avoid paying a lot of taxes. Mm-hmm. That's the part of money that many people do not talk about. Mm-hmm. So when we developed our strategy, I got an accounting degree. So when we developed our strategies of investing, it's with that in mind. So there's no need to go out, flip a house and make $30,000, but you got to turn around and pay $15,000 in taxes. That's working backwards. All right.
Right.
So understand, I'd rather make this slower money, keep the money, pay less taxes, and keep it moving.
Absolutely. All right. So let's talk about his journey. All right. His journey was like most of you guys' journey. All right. One thing that he did was he joined X-Flipper Academy. All right. Once he joined the mentorship, he used the 700 credit score to get business funding. He got over $100,000 in business funding.
And let me say this about it. He didn't have a pay debt score. He didn't have any business funding at this point. He didn't have anything in the business name. Mm-hmm. All right. So don't think that the only way you can get business funding is by slowly building business funding. That's not what he did. Mm-hmm. All right. He got over $100,000 in business funding in like 30 to 60 days. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was like that. So remember when I say he put down the down payment, he didn't put the down payment down out of his pocket. He put the down payment down from business funding.
Yes. So while he was going through business funding, he was making offers. He was putting offers on deals, and this is how he got this deal under contract. He followed the rehab control method so that he didn't go crazy when it came to his rehab, so that he stayed within his budget and he followed the plan. Then he secured a tenant buyer, did a cash out refinance, and literally since then he has completed another flip and he just bought another one. All right. So this is the property that is completed at the top right, and then the property that is in the middle is the one he just purchased.
Okay? All right. I'm going to ask the chat a question.
Okay.
That house to the top that y'all see, that's an $800,000 house. Mm-hmm. Do y'all think he sold that house? Do y'all think he listed it on the market?
That's a great question. I mean, it looks like an on the market picture.
It looks like an on the market picture.
What did he do, y'all? Oh, okay. 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 Some people said flipped it. Okay. He didn't, y'all.
Nope.
He is literally in the process of refinancing it.
He's doing another cash out refinance. And he probably gonna kill me for telling y'all this. But on this refinance, he planned to get over $150,000 cash back.
Literally following the process.
I can't make it up.
All right, repeating it over and over and over and over and over again. All right.
The house at the bottom, he just purchased this house. So now he's getting ready to renovate this house and do the same thing again.
Absolutely. Y'all ask y'all questions in the chat if you have any questions. My computer's over here about to die. All right. Most people struggle when it comes to getting started, when it comes to just executing the plan. One, because you don't have a plan, because you don't have a blueprint on exactly what you need to do, how you need to do it. So you can stop spinning your wheels. All right. I talked to someone yesterday and they had literally been spinning their wheels since March of last year. All right. So don't you can't spin your wheels that long because you miss opportunities when you do that. You miss the chance to really change your trajectory when it comes to your family, create freedom, um, create a stable life so that you're not hustling, bustling, depending on that 9 to 5.
I can't know which one of my friends posted. I'm probably both of them, whether it was G or Rod, but basically there's a cost to waiting. There's missed opportunities to waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Like the longer you wait, the more opportunities you're missing. Get started. Take some action. It don't even got to be perfect action. We love to say take massive, imperfect action, y'all. That's what's going to get you to success.
Yeah.
Massive, imperfect action.
The I's are not going to dot, y'all. Just get over it, all right? It's just going to be a line. It's all right. You can come back at a later date and dot it. Just get it done, all right? Don't make excuses. Do it, y'all. Another reason why most people struggle. So we talked about not having a blueprint, not having a plan. The second thing is not having someone to hold you accountable. All right. This is my accountability partner. Some days I am his, like it alternates, but you need someone that is going to tell you, you ain't do that right, or you did that right, so that you can continue striving and reaching your goal. But if you don't have anyone in your corner that can tell you the truth, that can keep pushing you, then it could be hard for you to literally get to the next level.
Yeah. And you don't have a community. Like real estate isn't meant to be done alone, y'all. Like we have school has taught us that working with others is not good. School has taught us that letting somebody cheat off your paper is not good. But in business, y'all, that's the formula to success. It's networking with people, helping people, providing value to people, being a part of a community of people that got like minds that's headed to the same direction you headed, or people that's already done what you're trying to do. It's so much easier to learn from other people's mistakes. You don't got to make the same mistakes.
Right. I prefer you not to make the same mistakes. Find some new ones and let's work with them. But let's not create the same mistakes when we can be that much further along. All right. So these are the reasons why most people fail. For those of you who would like the deal execution checklist, make sure you put checklist in the chat so that way we can send it out to you. Thank you for staying on to the end, but put checklist in the chat and that way we can send it out to you.
All right. That's it. That's anything else after that?
That's it, Tanya.
That's the end of the slide.
That's it.
All right. Well, man, y'all got any questions? Drop some questions in the chat.
You thinking?
I was, but I went blank.
Okay. Drop your questions in the chat. Absolutely. I see you, Miss Dawson. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Anything you got going on this week? You do.
What I got going on this week? I got the AI Summit coming up.
You do have the AI Summit coming up. So listen, if you have not gotten your tickets yet for the AI Wealth Builder Summit, it is a 3-day virtual event. Make sure you sign up on the waiting list. It is absolutely free if you join the waiting list. Get your tickets. If you want to upgrade to VIP, you can to get the recordings and a bunch of other freebies. But join it. Make sure you're there. We're going to be talking about how we analyze deals using AI, how we create offers and sales contracts in the matters of seconds using AI. How do we create scope of work in the matter of seconds? So that it's not something that's taking us 2-3 days to complete and is keeping us from getting that deal. We're going to talk about how we have our contractor contracts loaded up in AI so that it can produce us contracts so that our contractors can sign it, know the terms, know the penalties, know what the payment history, not the payment history, what the payment is going to be, what milestones need to be met, so that we're not leaving any gray areas when it comes to our rehab. We
And this
also
is just some of the things we're gonna talk about. There's more,
there is
but this is just kind of some of the surface stuff.
absolutely
If-
so
Let me say this real quick.
okay.
If you're not using AI, you're getting left behind. You are behind the 8 ball.
You're behind.
I'm telling you now, if you're not using AI, I don't care if it's AI on your regular job. If you're not using AI, if you're not studying for AI, if you're not improving in AI, you are behind the 8 ball in this universe.
Absolutely. But guess what? When you come to the summit,
We're gonna get you caught up.
you're gonna get caught up and you're gonna be flying because you're gonna be able to execute deals, you're gonna be able to manage deals so much better, so much smoother, so much faster, just because you implemented AI within your real estate journey. All right. So this is gonna take your real estate journey to the next level. And for the people who are starting with this, oh, you're starting light years, all right, with light years of speed. So I can't wait to see you. I see my checklist in there. Make sure you sign up for the AI Summit. Go to the denmarks.us/summit. All right, the denmarks.us/summit. If you forget and you like, I don't remember what she said, go to the denmarks.us and you'll find it there. All right. Love you guys. See y'all next time. Same place, same time.
Peace.